What's up, YouTube? This is something that is pretty big news, in my opinion, and I think that it's hard to say. I don't think my followers would have realized this before I did, because their lack of scientific and physics expertise, I would say, being behind mine so far from what we've witnessed on what the results of this channel and the efforts of it. I'd say that now I do think that people like neurotypicals would have realized this before I did, ironically. So yeah. But yeah, it turns out that there's something I was wrong about on this channel since the start. And it's it's pretty much about the brain. How do I say this? The brain is just, as complex as it is, it really only has some major qualities that have what I'd call reducible complexity to it. And you remember what I was saying about when you have crevices, and can the crevices you're examining for a substance hold on to, how well can they or not hold on to what's in the crevice? Just really depends on the state of matter and stuff I said. But like, one of the things I brought up was that in regards to this, I really think that how do I say this? It's sad because it's not emphasized enough in the education system to learn about this basic facet of physics and science. But at the end of the day, I really don't think neurotypicals are just pulling my leg. You remember in the beginning of this channel, if you watch this channel, you'll see that, I started off saying that neurotypicals are just, they don't know that my theories could be true. And then I started to say, no. After all the stuff I've shown, it must be that they must have looked at the stuff I've said, seen some of the evidence at least, and said, it could be true, but we're just going to pull this guy's leg. But yeah, that's what I thought. But within the past few days, I realized it's more likely that the brain capacity of neurotypicals is really just not great enough to even comprehend there's a possibility. The reason I say this is that like I said in the earlier parts of the channel, how you might ask the question, if all this was true, how do neurotypicals even learn the basics of survival skills in life? Well, I already went over that. They're given memory techniques to, how do you say this? Store those memories in crevices in their brain that can really hold on to the memories, instead of crevices that cannot hold on to the memories. So yeah, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So that's the reason why, because some crevices are not good enough for them to, because the memory techniques they're using and the natural capacity of their brain sections are not good enough for. It's like they're only forced to use the memory techniques for the basics of survival skills, and but like indoctrination, like the memory techniques they use, like brainwash them into like the indoctrination and not nothing else. Like not anything not anything beyond it, like the questioning of the contradictions that I pointed out. They don't have the capacity for it, and I mean they do, but once they do, they can't go beyond the mere questioning stage of these contradictions. They say it's possible in concept for my theories to be true, but not possible in reality. I mean, that's a contradiction, because concepts exist in reality. So they don't notice that. So you might say, You might say they know, but they're just pulling my leg. But I mean, what level of know do they have of this? So they have the level of know where they know at least it's possible in concept, but not one where they recognize that concept that they're saying exists in the reality they're in at the same time as they're in it. So, like you can identify a thing, but if you don't identify where it's at when you've identified it, it's kind of useless. That's what I'm trying to say. Or what realm it exists in when you do. So this is the problem. The problem with them is just them identifying it exists, but not where it's at. Because they can't, their capacity for their brain isn't enough to realize that it's in reality. It's only enough to identify that it exists. Just not where, really specifically where. And so, if you ask me, I just think that neurotypicals could try out memory techniques in different ways than the ones they were given in childhood but use them on my theories. Now, I've heard good points to this saying, oh, well, they've probably already tried this out. Neurotypical's already been told that my theories could be true, but, the problem with this is that I don't think that's true. I don't think neurotypicals have been told that my theories could be true in reality. Or they have, but they have not been told it in a way where they think it's really true. Again, there's two different things here we're talking about. My theories being true in concept and my theories being true in reality. Concept versus reality. Concept exists in reality, but like reality being like if we said the concepts of the Bible exist in reality versus reality really is the Bible story, it is 100% true. It's two different things. So the neurotypicals cannot challenge the notion of one over the other, the way I said earlier. So because the way they use the memory techniques in early life, it's kind of permanent damage. So kind of irreversible brainwashing without higher measures of experimentation on their brain, So this is why I did say that robots will do that to their brain. I don't think there's any memory techniques that exist or could exist by physics that could reverse their brainwashing. Not even the most powerful memory technique ever invented, which I've mentioned a long time ago, could do this. So yeah, I just think that it's best for me to make this video because I want to say that obviously I should say I'm sorry to neurotypicals about this for saying that they're just pulling my leg. My own confusion, thinking that they know that my theories could be true in reality when they in fact they do not know. It just doesn't make sense. You could say, and I tried to make the argument that they know, but they're just saying that there's too low motivation to research it. That doesn't make any sense. Because I was once low motivation years before starting this. all of this and saying, oh, these theories could be true, but they could be true in reality and in concept, not just one or the other simultaneously. But I would still look into this and do my own research. So then I did do my own research. Of course, obviously that's what the channel has been. So if you can even identify there's a possibility in concept and reality simultaneously, then you're going to take the next steps psychologically, if your brain could handle it. A brain that can even handle doing that very first step of recognizing it's possible, and both of those things would have to be good enough to do what I did, because when I did it, it must have been because the capacities in my brain were good enough, and that's the sole reason why. So it's not even a coincidence here. It's just me misinterpreting things and forgetting stuff along the way of making these videos. See, I just think that what the repercussions of having done this and having made this mistake are just pretty obvious to be the things that I said when you lie in general. But it's not the end of the world. And that's it. I just think that really nothing left to say other than I think clearing this up will make the channel better, because people will know that I'm saying the truth about it now. So yeah. By the end of the day, that's pretty much it. And I just think that well, that's about it. And I just think that I hope you enjoyed watching, and bye.